welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another video today. Today we will be getting a channeled message for the collective. This is a general read. Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, ancestors, saints, ask permission for channel messages for the collective at this time. Thank you for this. Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, ancestors, saints, I ask that you please guide me, protect me, assist me, providing clear and concise messages for the collective for the benefit of humanity. Thank you for this. Interesting. Okay. Wow, Emperor and Empress showing up. Somebody's mom and dad did something, or somebody did something to their mom and dad, or somebody is balancing Emperor and Empress energies. We have the Sun and Emperor on the bottom of these decks. It's giving a lot of divine masculine or possible paternal figure issues. So, a masculine in your life, or you could be this divine masculine who is either divine or not so divine. Take it as it resonates. This one. Strength, the Emperor. Okay, someone is a strong Emperor out here. We have Leo energy, Knight of Swords, Strength. Someone coming in quickly. Wheel of Fortune, fortunate events, fated events. The elements conspiring to see you win. Three of Pentacles. I'm getting elements conspiring. So there could be individuals working against you here in the environment. Those could be the elements that are conspiring. If we're talking about, you know, what are the elements to the issue? People conspiring against you here in the material could be an element to an issue you are having, or people trying to make issue for you. So people trying to cause problems in your life. People working together here in the material world to cause problems in your life. Or this could be 2 or 3 people working together here in the environment in order to make something happen. We're not keeping that though. That's it for that. Latron. Okay. From the back, the Sun. Divine masculine energy, the Star, Aquarian energy, our own Sun, Justice, Libran energy, again with the maternal figure possibly, or Libra, Taurus or Libra, with the Emperor and the Empress. Okay, 3 of Wands, not the 3 of Wands though, just these 3. Okay, so the Sun, the Star, and Justice. Collective, something could be being exposed in regards to you, the Star, and this is justice for you. These are just events. The scales are being balanced. You could be a Libra, you could be an Aquarius, you could be an Aries, you could be divine feminine, divine masculine, you could be a very fair and just person, you could be a very honest person, you could be someone who walks in authority. Thank you. Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, ancestors, guides, messages for the collective. What's the collective need at this time? Messages for the collective, please. The world, cycles. Yeah, I was getting. I said Geo or geeing. It immediately made me think of Monsieur Monsieur de Guillotine. Okay. Okay. So. All right. I don't know why I'm laughing. That's not funny at all. Somebody laughs at inappropriate times. So somebody could have like nervous laughter. Someone could, laugh when everybody else is quiet, or someone could have like delayed reactions where they might laugh at something that clicks in their head and it's much later and it happens at inopportune times for them. Collective, this could be you, this could be someone else, take it as it resonates. But the world, what I was getting before with the Wheel of Fortune, hang on a second. We have a puppy presenter. Okay. Yes, have you checked everything out? Is everything okay? No, coffee for you. Is everything okay? Okay. You gonna sit here with me? Yes, you are. Okay, go scooch back there. Scooch. With the Wheel of Fortune, I was getting elemental control. But with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like the elements conspiring to see you win. And again, with the elements, like the Three of Pentacles was giving elements, as in it might indicate individuals working against you here in the material. That might be a problematic issue for you. People might be trying to cause issue or problems for you, working together in material in order to do so. And fate would see you win though. So the elements, the actual elements, of which you show favor, so they show you favor back. This is part of mastery, right? So with the world, again, you have the elements. The world, this speaks of elemental, this is giving the four corners of the earth, the elements, the depictions here. The man, the bull, the bird, and the lion. Is it a lion? Is this the north wind? Is that what that is? What is this? What is this giving me? North wind? What is that? Okay, maybe that's significant to you. I don't know. Okay, but the world cycles. Wins. This is your season of winning. You're in your winning season. The elements conspire to see you win. Even though there might be individuals working against you here in the material, God has your back. The elements have your back. The elements conspire to see you win. The elements conspire to see you at the top of the wheel. The laurel here that you're reaching for here, this figure on the world, this is, the reach for the win. You don't have to reach far. All you have to do is extend your arm, extend your hand, extend your finger, and you're able to make contact. That's all. Thank you, the world. Elemental control, cycles, endings for new beginnings. Something happening worldwide, something happening online. The tower. It's a tower. So with the tower, we have, it's giving calamitous event. We keep having this energy come out. Holy Spirit wants to warn us of catastrophic events. So this could be large scale or small scale, worldwide, or this could be something happening on a micro level in your own personal life or in your community or something like that. That which makes up your world. Okay, collective, you could be this Queen of Cups, or this could be about a Queen of Cups, or there could be a Queen of Cups involved. Feminine water sign. This could be your wife, This could be your sister, this could be your mother, or somebody's wife, or somebody's sister, or somebody's mother, somebody's ex-wife perhaps. Queen of Cups. It's in the upright. It's someone who is stable. So you could be this Queen of Cups, or this Queen of Cups is trying to present as stable. It's giving kind of iffy energy, like someone's on the brink of a breakdown. So someone could be really trying to mask that they're emotionally unstable. They're trying to keep up a facade of emotional stability. Take it as it resonates. I don't feel you're trying to keep up a facade. I feel this is someone external to you. This is your wife or your ex-wife. This is your mother or your sister. This is your cousin or your co-worker. Feminine, water sign. Take it as it resonates. Tower on the bottom. The artist. They could be an artist. You could be an artist. You could be artistic. The love that you show people could be like a representation of the beauty of humanity. Okay, thank you. Something flipped over. The artist, okay. Queen of Cups. What about this world, Queen of Cups? There could be a cycle closing or a cycle ending for a Queen of Cups. Something could be being seen worldwide. Strength. Okay, this is either you, collective, you're this strong Queen of Cups. You're this strong, emotional, stable person who's winning at life. You could be, you know, seen by the world as a strong, emotionally stable, feminine water sign or mother figure, or somebody needs strength at this time. So there could be strong emotions. There could be strong love. Someone could have the strength of love. So if we're talking about love and the power of love, it's like there is no stronger power than the power of love. So strength with the feminine strength giving more of an endurance and the capacity to love and be loved, the capacity to keep an open, loving heart, even though you've endured things that would otherwise turn your heart cold and dark, make you a calculating individual. You have instead kept your heart open, and this is a strength of yours. This is a virtue of yours. The fact that you are this stable, emotional, loving mother figure or sister figure or wife figure or whatever this is, whoever you are, to who is seeing you as the Queen of Cups. If this is not you seeing yourself as the Queen of Cups, but I feel that it is someone external viewing you as this, or this is someone external. So it could be someone external viewing you as the Queen of Cups. They could be in love with you. They could see love with you. They could see that you have a strong capacity for love, or a strong, you have a strong intuition. So you could be in these, pre-empress energies with this very strong intuition. You could be in these pre-high priestess energies with this water sign, very strong, intuitive. The feminine strength, it uses intuition. The feminine strength, it follows guidance from within. Masculine strength is more about brute force, agility, mind control, stuff like that. Men and women, they think with totally different avenues for which to complete electrical circuits of thought, right? But this is about the feminine. This is about the capacity to love. This is also about something, you know, online or something worldwide or something within the collective. The world could represent you being someone's world. Someone sees you as their world. You are a strong feminine role model here for the world, or for someone who sees you as their world. If you are someone's mother, like to a child, mother is God in the eyes of a child. So someone could see you as their world. This could be your child, so they could be viewing you as Queen of Cups, a strong mother figure. Or someone could be with you and be viewing you as a loving, caring, kind individual who would be a good mother. So you could be pregnant. Someone could be viewing you as their world, their cup of love, right? Or this could be someone external who is needing strength at this time. Perhaps the individual whose energy was coming up, that they are trying to keep up a facade or a mask of stability when they're actually emotionally unstable. They're actually just pretending to be a loving, caring, kind individual. They could be so if the person who is masking is manipulative, it is like a self-serving thing. It is a means to an end. It is not, they don't mean to directly harm. If they harm individuals, they consider it as collateral damage because they're being selfish. So if people get hurt, they don't really care as long as they get what they want. So it's more of like a selfishness thing. Page of Cups, emotional immaturity, or you could be this person's child, or this could be your child who's viewing you as, you know, their world, their mother figure, something like that. This could be your inner child speaking to you through the message, telling you you're a good mom to your inner child. Wheel of Fortune again. Wow. Okay, the elements conspiring to see you win. Strong Leo energy. The Lovers and the Six of Pentacles. I didn't like the way that came out though. Six of Pentacles under the Seven. And King of Cups under the Lovers. Okay, so King of Cups, Queen of Cups, Lovers. Six of Pentacles and Seven of Pentacles right together. So this could be a mother and a father. This could be your mother, your father. This could be how you feel about parenting your inner child, having to be both mother and father to your inner child, balancing those energies. Okay? This could be about fated events in your life in regards to masculine role models and feminine role models in your life. Your mother and your father, your secondary role models, stuff like that. This could be about fated events in regards to how people view you. So external opinions on you. Or this could be, you know, a mother and a father working together here in the material. The Devil and the Hermit. Wow. Okay. Strength and the Devil together, it gives me overcoming your inner demons. So the figure of Strength has put into submission their inner demons. The figure of Strength has this lion at their feet who would otherwise be a ferocious beast, right? So, but this lion is contented to lounge. The lion is not in any sort of a uproar. at this time, right? So this is indicative of you putting your inner demons in their place. You know, everybody has vices, everybody has problems in life, everybody has trauma that they have to deal with, everybody has you know, things that call to them, things that would be temptations for them. Everybody's different, so everybody's temptations are different, but also everybody is also very similar, and the temptations can end up looking very similar, storylines can end up looking very similar. Okay, so the first energy that comes with this combination of cards is, I'm getting a lot of light play right now. Putting your inner demons into submission. Okay, that could be the Devil card showing up. This could also be Capricorn energies. Okay, Saturn energies. The sounds of Saturn, the tonal vibrations, angular patterning, not found in nature, yet somehow naturally explained, right? So what is understood need not be explained. So with the energies of the Devil, this is giving, first of all, you know, Capricorn energies. Okay, collective, you could be a Capricorn, or this could be about those energies of the Devil, energies of Saturn, energies of temptation and weight. You know, how to evenly distribute the weight, right? So if the devilish energies sit heavy in your chart and it's a heavy weight on your life path, then you would need to better distribute, or you would need to delegate, right? This harkens to like kings of old putting demons to work and all of that. This is not necromancy. This is working with the elements. This is not conspiring against the elements in order to get your way. Which, when people conspire against each other in the material, they're also conspiring against the elements, because we are the most wonderful embodiment of the elements, which is why to be human is to be frail and to err, you know? To err is to be human. It's okay to be tempted by things. It's okay to want. It's okay. What is not okay is to give over entirely into the temptation, or to put a want above a need, to confuse wants with needs and not know how to prioritize in your life. What's not okay is to lose yourself in the energies of the Devil, especially someone who Saturn sits heavily or important placements for you. Okay, so take it as it resonates. This is giving also, someone is like the devil you know. So someone wishes to be the devil you know. They want for you to feel like it's fated for you and natural, that you should have two nasty choices to choose from. All you have are two devils to choose from. You can choose this devil, or you can choose that devil. You can go with this, or you can go with that. And you don't want either one of those things. It's okay to not choose either one of those things. You don't have to choose the devil you don't know, and you don't have to choose the devil you know. You can choose yourself. That is putting those devils into submission. That is putting them to work. You don't have to choose them. That is the game of lying. You know, the devil energies, they're good at lying. They're good at talking people into believing lies, or self-delusion, when one believes one's own lies, you know. They can make a frail-minded or someone who's under the influence, right? They can make that individual think that, you know, their options are limited, when in reality their options are infinite. This infinity symbol up here, it means that there is no beginning and there is no end. There is only the middle. There is us here in the middle. It is always only the middle. It's all relative. The way you experience time, it circles back on itself. The shape is significant, but you are the constant. You are the experiencer. You, just like to a child, you're God in the eyes of a child. You're God in the eyes of your inner child. You as a human have to experience humanity, the good and the bad, strength and the devil. You could be a strong devil. Someone could think that you're a devil because you make use of your inner demons. You've put them into submission. That means you have given them purpose. Now they have purpose. Now they will serve their purpose. Beforehand, they might have felt purposeless. They might have felt lost. But now with you, they find a purpose. Even devils want purpose. Everything and everybody wants to feel like they belong or they're useful. Okay, so your inner demons, they only want to serve. They wish to serve. Even if they have forgotten what it feels like or what it means, they wish to serve. You are above them. You are their master. Never forget that. Wheel of Fortune, mastery. These are fated events. The stars align for everyone. Not the Four of Swords, but the Ace. Okay, yeah, the Ace. It's the truth. What I'm saying is the truth. Lessons having been learned, clarity. You have got clarity on these, you know, these worldviews. You've gotten clarity on your own worldview. You have grown into what your future self, what your higher self always knew you would. You've been holding your inner child's hand all along the way, or you could have been a guide to individuals. You could be, you know, mother figure, father figure to children. You could be a mother to a child or children. And so, you know, this is a very real world, you know, it's a very tactile thing for you. It's no light thing to be, you know, as important as being someone's entire world. It's no light thing to be a parent. So you have clarity on this, you have discernment on this. Everything I was saying was the truth. It just reiterates. Ace of Swords popping out reiterates it's the truth. Four of Swords just comes along with it. The Emperor. Yeah, the Emperor keeps wanting to come out. Now this one. Okay. Thank you. Ace of Swords, you guys. Truth. The truth, nothing but the truth. Okay. So the Six of Pentacles again. Someone could have been trying to spread lies about your disposition, your character. Someone could have been trying to say that you were greedy, or that you weren't a giving person, or that you weren't charitable, or that you steal from people or something. I don't know. Two of Wands could be part of a plot, part of a plan. Ace of Swords on the bottom. Wow. Okay. Two of Wands. What about this Two of Wands? Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, Ancestors, guys. What about this plot? What about this plan? What about this idea put into action? Actionable steps. What about this Two of Wands? What is this Two of Wands? What is this Two of Wands? Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, what is this Two of Wands? Messages for the collective about this Two of Wands. Six of Wands on the bottom. Someone's winning plan. Someone's trying to plan. Queen of Swords. Okay. Six of Wands. So there could be a Queen of Swords trying to plot on you, or you could be this Queen of Swords. You could be in these Queen of Swords energies. Mastery of thought. Okay, so you could be quick-witted. You could be someone who is official, someone with a badge, or someone who could have a title. You could have like a placard on your desk, or a placard outside of your office wall. You could have a title. You could have a badge with your name on it. There's something with your name on it that's like engraved. I'm getting like placard or badge, or maybe not a trophy, but like an award. Maybe it's an award with your name on it. I don't know, take it as it resonates. But Queen of Swords, feminine air sign. Ace of Swords. So, you know, you could be this self-advocating, truth-speaking, mastery of the realm of thought. So, you know, you're a no-nonsense individual. You could be someone in law, someone official, someone with a badge, okay? You could be someone who orates for a living. You could be a teacher. You could be like a professor. You could be a doctor. You could be a politician. Spin doctor. Okay, so you could be a speechwriter. You could be in politics. You could work behind the scenes in politics. Okay? Take it as it resonates. Six of Wands. Making a plan. You're the Queen of Swords making a plan, or someone's making a plan. Someone's trying to plan something in regards to Queen of Swords, or someone is trying to think of what the next logical step would be. Someone might be trying to outmaneuver you. Someone might be trying to like anticipate or preemptively strike. Someone might be trying to be like, you know, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15 steps ahead in this game that y'all are playing. I don't know what this is. Something within the realm of thought or reason. Okay, again, you could be like someone who speaks for a living, someone who writes for a living. The pen could be your weapon. Okay, alright. Spin doctor. The pen could be your weapon. Okay. You could have the ability. You could be very gifted in the realm of okay. Writing. The pen. You could be gifted with the pen. You could be a gifted orator. You could be a truth teller. Four of Wands. Oh, with the orator, I got Oracle, and then Four of Wands. This is a different type of oracle. Okay. So you could prophesy things. You could do like automatic writing. Okay? You could be an oracle, so you could prophesy things. This could be a gift that was passed down from your it's matrilineal, so from your mother's line. Okay, tell you, does it resonate? Allegedly, in my opinion, if anything. Okay. 3 of Swords. Healing from heartache. 8 of Pentacles on the bottom. Heartache. Someone's heartbroken. 3 of Swords. Ace of Swords. The truth is going to break someone's heart, or the truth is heartbreaking. Maybe the truth of what you had to go through. Maybe this truth that you're speaking it's a harrowing truth, you know? This no-nonsense energy that someone is trying to like deal with. Someone's trying to plan around this no-nonsense energy, you know? They thought that you were going to be a Queen of Cups. They thought you were going to be like loving, like you're just going to open up your life to them, or you're going to open your home to them, or you're going to open your heart to them after they had stabbed you in the heart. They thought that you didn't have the mental capacity. Like they thought that you were stupid because you were sweet. Okay? But they mistook your sweetness, they mistook your kindness for weakness. And you're anything but weak, right? You're anything but weak. You're strong. You're very, very strong, right? And these self-advocating energies that you're in, okay? It might have been spurred or spurred on, whatever the wording is for that, okay? By this heartache, right? This might have been a catalyst for you. This suffering, the psychological torment that you had to go through, okay? Or not that you had to go through, but you did go through, right? This truth, it's a harsh truth, right? So it was either a very harsh lesson for you to learn that individuals would take your Queen of Cups, you give them Queen of Cups. You're this strong, mastery energy, right? Like you've got devils in submission here. You've got demons that you put to work for you because they were trying to attack you. So they obviously want to work. So, you know, it's basically like you've got this cafe, right? And there's this help wanted sign in the window, and the demons come around and they see your help wanted sign, and they take the help wanted sign down, they walk inside, and as soon as they walk inside of your diner, all of their demonic gear, it just evaporates, and they're left cold and naked and exposed, but you still love them for that cold, naked exposure because that's the real them. The vulnerable, the exposure, it puts them in a position to where what they're used to is individuals taking advantage of their vulnerability. But that's not what you are about. You're not about taking advantage of vulnerability. You're about protecting that vulnerability. You're about shielding the vulnerable individual or the vulnerable energy from harm, especially during an attack. This is a strength of yours. With the Queen of Cups, you're anything but weak. They mistook your kindness for weakness, right? And so these truths, the fact that you're able to slay demons, the fact that you're a fucking demon slayer, okay? They took these truths and they tried to either, smear your name, tell lies about you with the Queen of Swords energy, Three of Swords. They thought that they were going to tell lies about you because they thought they were dealing with a sweetheart. Because they're very surface level, because they're only used to dealing with surface level people, or because they have an incapacity to look below the surface of their own feelings and understandings of things. They don't have the capacity to understand deeper than surface level. So they see you being sweet to them and they figure, oh, this is an easy target. They see your help wanted sign in the diner and they figure, oh, this person has just left themselves open to attack. They've left themselves vulnerable to attack. They're over here asking for help, for God's sakes. Why don't we go inside and we will just, we will just take advantage of the fact that they want help and they're asking for help. We'll take advantage of that fact. And then, like I said, once they got inside the doors of the diner, all of their devilish get up, all their gear, it dissipated. All of their weapons, they just evaporated. All of their armor that they were wearing, all of their, finery, if they had finery, all of their, things that they had amassed themselves here in the material to make themselves feel better about their shortcomings or about their insecurities or about their evil deeds that they carry out, the lies that they tell themselves, whatever helps them sleep at night, right? Excuse me. Once all of that was stripped away, and once all of that evaporated, once they were left with just their bare, naked, selves, exposed, entirely exposed. That is what this Ace of Swords does. It blows away all falsehoods, any idea that someone could wrap themselves in a lie. And if they just lie enough and they cover those lies with more lies and they wrap people up into it, they get people, held hostage by, emotional ties, or they think that they're going to, emotionally blackmail people, or they think that they can blackmail people, or they think that they can prey upon the vulnerable. Like, I'm getting that energy of a group of people who thought they were going to come up inside of your diner and take advantage of the fact that you were asking for help. They misunderstood their place. They misunderstood your place. They didn't understand when they came inside the diner that all of the trappings of the mortal world would be stripped from them. That they could only come in correct, or they couldn't come in at all. And correct means stripping all of that falsehood away, stripping all of the finery, all of the trappings of the mortal world, all the lies that they tell themselves, all the clothes that they clothe their bodies in to hide their shame. It's all stripped away when they come into your diner. And so they're left just as vulnerable as they thought you were, just as vulnerable as the first time someone took advantage of them when they were vulnerable. So it immediately transports them back to childhood or back to a traumatic event of theirs, and you trigger this awakening in them. And it was all because they walked inside of your diner. Yes, you had the help wanted sign, but you weren't inviting people to come in and rob you. The sign didn't say, rob as wanted. No, it's not what it said. It said help wanted. So all the lies that they tried to come up with, they don't stand up to your truth. They don't stand up to your no-nonsense attitude and, the truth of situations, others' involvement. Once all of the lies are stripped away, it is a harsh truth. This hand gripping the blade, it is a harsh truth. It blows away. This is no candy-coated, let me hold you by the hand and lead you down the primrose path. No, I'm sorry, it's not that. It is immediate enlightenment, and it is a scary event for these individuals. Like I said, all of their lies and falsehoods, all of the mortal world trappings were blown away and they were left with just their naked fragility and all of their sins exposed, all of their shame exposed, as naked as the day they were born, but with a lot more sins to atone for. What interesting energy. So someone had a plan. Someone had a plan. Their plan went to shit. Plan to shit. Okay. Three of Swords. They thought they were coming in Three of Swords you because they thought they were dealing with a sweetheart. But what they're really dealing with was a Queen of Swords. They thought wrong. They planned wrong. Ten of Pentacles, yo. Ten of Pentacles. So they were after your money. They thought they were going to come in and rob you blind. They thought they were going to come in and take everything that they could get from you and then some. They thought there was a lot of money to be had, or someone promised them a lot of money. Someone lied to them. Someone lied to them, okay? Or they saw your diner, you know? They saw your help wanted sign, and all they could see were dollar signs. Like, oh, this person has left themselves exposed. Come on, we're going to gather together. We're going to go inside this diner. We're going to rob them blind. We're going to take all the cash out of the cash register. We're going to take all the, cigarettes from behind the counter. This diner sells cigarettes, evidently, okay? We're gonna take all the valuables. We're gonna hold everybody in the diner hostage. We're gonna make sure we're gonna snatch everybody's wallet. It's the scene out of Pulp Fiction. It's a stick up. Don't anybody fucking move. Right? That's what they thought they were gonna do. They thought they were gonna do that. But they open the doors to the diner and they come inside, and then there's this gust of wind. I keep seeing this imagery. It's the craziest thing. There's this gust of wind. It just blows all their stuff away. And they're standing there. And they're standing there, and they're all just like butt naked. There's like this crew of people who came in, and they were all fully clothed, and they had all their, they had all their stuff, and they had all their weapons, and they had all their big scary things. And it all just gets blown away. And they're left with nothing. They're standing there. They're all just standing there naked. It's like, I've never had one of these dreams, but people describe dreams where they're dreaming that they have to make a speech, or they have to do something, make a presentation or something in front of a crowd, and then all of a sudden they look down and they're naked. It's that energy, except it's for a whole group of people, and I keep getting this diner reference. I don't know why. Okay, collective. Maybe you wait tables, or maybe you own a restaurant or something. I don't know, okay? But yeah, they come inside, and everybody inside the diner is just like, they're just like eating waffles, and they got like hamburgers, and somebody's with the fries, and somebody's got like milkshakes, and everybody stops what they're doing. Everybody looks over at this group of people who just came in, and they're all butt naked. Everybody in the diner is looking at them like, well, what have we got here? And they just, they find themselves naked in front of everybody. They thought themselves the big, bad, scary people who were going to come in. But then as soon as they came in, they found themselves actually to be the frightened, scared, naked, sinful individuals who suddenly were confronted with Ten of Pentacles energy. This is family. This is generational wealth. This could be their own ancestors. This could be their own ancestry using, the air, their own minds, the weapon of the tongue, the weapon of the pen. Using their own minds against them. Yeah. This is like, you know, when you commit a sin against your family, some families have, or when you commit a crime against your family, some families have like house rules, you know? It's a family rule, or it's a house rule, you know? So this could be like ancestral. This could be the individuals who need their ancestors' protection. This could be the last ditch effort of the ancestors to show them the error of their ways with the truth, blowing away everything, right? But really with the Ten of Pentacles, I'm getting these individuals were after your money. They thought they were going to get a lot of money, or you are this Ten of Pentacles energy. You are this Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, strong, Ten of Pentacles, generational wealth. This is stability here in the environment. This is enough money to take care of generations. Ten of Pentacles is wealth. Or it could be an inheritance. Someone thought they were going to come in, tell lies, break your heart, and steal your inheritance. It's the most ridiculous plot I've ever heard. They don't have any defense. They can't defend themselves. Seven of Wands. They can't defend themselves against this. They thought they had all of their trappings. They thought they had all of their cloaking. They thought they had their masking and their lies. They thought they had all of their protections and their weapons, and they don't. Page of Wands. They are completely back to square one. They're like kids. They're like kids wearing big shoes. I'm getting that image of the kid wearing their mother's shoes again. Okay, so this could be someone who's a cross-dresser, okay? Or this could be someone who has big shoes to fill, and they're failing at filling the big shoes, okay? This could be a group of people who are inexperienced. This could be someone who's inexperienced. Someone who is inexperienced. Page of Wands into the Two of Wands. They don't have any real direction. They're not real actionable steps they're taking. They don't have any facts. They don't know what path to go down. They're at a loss. They're lost. Ace of Swords. Wow. Ace of Swords. They're lost. They lack clarity. They lack discernment in their own life. They lack direction. Ace of Swords. Everything I've been saying is the truth. This is exactly what is going on with these people, this group, or this person. You would know your story and how these people are related to your story. Right? Take it as it resonates. Let's get some closing messages. Okay, we will go with the Linda deck. Enemy deck, Judgment, the Ace of Cups. You were a blessing in these people's lives and they're under judgment. That's it. That's all the okay, thank you. Wheel of Fortune, y'all. Did you see how that turned around and flipped out? My thumb caught it. Wheel of Fortune, Fated Events, Justice, and the Knight of Cups. Not the Knight of Justice inverted. So you suffered injustices. There has been a lot of injustice. These people thinking that they could come up in your diner just because you had a held wanted sign on the outside. Just because they thought that you were vulnerable and they were in a position to take advantage and exploit your vulnerability. Because they're fucking predators. They're used to, it might be a Libra acting out of lower vibrational spiritual practices. Someone who uses youthful, inexperienced, or otherwise vulnerable energies to their own detriment, right? So they would lead people astray, they would lie to people, they would use and abuse people, this sort of thing. They would do underhanded things, they would do things behind people's backs, they would lie, they would cheat, they would steal. This could be corruption. This could be indicative of something happening, you know, in the justice system or something like that was corrupt. So you could have dealt with corruption in the justice system or corruption within, you know, agencies or within peoples who hold positions of power and authority who, you know, were corrupted. They're corrupt. That's what this is giving, okay? But the Wheel of Fortune coming out and Judgment. So these individuals are under judgment. They're being judged. There's always a higher power. Even if, you know, these individuals thought that they had it made, their life of crime, even though they thought they had it made because they had connections in law or because they knew a judge or because they were sleeping with their attorney or whatever the corruption is, okay? There's always a higher power. There's internal and external forces. No mortal, no mere human can understand the scope and the entirety of all of the moving parts. No one can plan for everything. And when someone thinks they know everything, they're very close to knowing nothing. So for all of the injustice, for all of the imbalanced things that you've had to deal with, there's fated events in store. You are Fortuna. There's clarity, there's discernment. The truth is coming out. The truth is coming to light. The truth is coming out twice. Ace of Swords coming out twice. 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. Judgment. You could have called non-judgment on these individuals after your spiritual team or their spiritual team blew away all of the corruption, all of the things that they thought were keeping them safe and insulated in their crime or their abuse or their use of, you know, Seven of Swords, yeah. Those are criminals. It's a crime, it's a syndicate. It's a crime syndicate. It's a group of criminals. It's a gang of criminals. Okay? This is giving cops and robbers. Cops and robbers. Okay? Judgment. Seven of Swords. Gang of criminals. Liars and thieves. Trying to get away with it. Trying to get away with it. Sneaky. Trying to do things sneaky. Trying to do things underhanded, like I was saying before. Trying to do things behind people's backs. Trying to lie. Make lies stick. Trying to fabricate events. Trying to make manifest things that should never have even been considered. Because it's ridiculous. It's not even believable. The Emperor. I mean, honestly, it's giving like someone or a group of someone's keeps coming to someone in authority. This Emperor could be a judge. This Emperor could be a father figure. This could be like a criminal who has someone who supports them. A father who supports them. This could be a criminal who has never really had to deal with any repercussions for their crimes or their behaviors because they have someone who supports them. They have someone who covers for them. They have someone who cleans up the mess for them when they make a mess. Instead of having to clean themselves, instead of having to cover themselves, it's always taken care of for them. There is somebody fulfilling this role. There is some, father figure or paternal figure or boss or somebody, right? So this could be someone at the head of a corrupt group. Or this could be, a judge presiding over a case. We have a lot of the sword. So this could be with the emperor. The emperor could be the judge. There could be a very convoluted, complicated case going on with many moving parts because there are many criminals involved and there's a lot of lies to sort through. But the truth will be had. The truth always wins out. A lie only lasts as long as it takes for the truth to come out. So they can try to seven swords all they want. The truth is here twice with the Ten of Pentacles. Their lies are being seen. Their schemes, devised poorly, are being seen. They tried to come in and rob a diner simply because the owner put a help wanted sign in the window. And then it's like they tried to make up a whole story about how they weren't really trying to rob the diner. No, of course. They were just going to go inside. They were going to sit down and eat is what was going to happen. They were going to sit down and eat. But then, this happened. But then that happened. But then, they stumbled and fell and, it's giving this really stupid, convoluted, it's like, whoever is still listening to the lies is either in cahoots with the liar. Okay, so it's corruption. It's like, you're not going to win with a entirely corrupted system. If the system is corrupted from the top to bottom, everybody has to go. Okay? But if there is a liar or a criminal or a group of liars and criminals like up in court with people in the courtroom or people in the justice system who are good actors, who are good people, who are not criminals themselves, who are not corrupt themselves, they're not going to stand there and listen to lies. I mean, these are people whose job it is to authenticate. It is their job to do research. It is their job to look into leads and see whether things are factual. It is their job. Meanwhile, these criminals think they're just gonna seven of swords through life. They're just gonna float through life, including some major criminal trial here. They think they're gonna lie. They think they're gonna get out of a lie or a group of lies with more lies. They think they're gonna get out of committing crimes by committing more crimes. They think they're going to use avenues of corruption that they have used before. They think all these things and they're so wrong. So this could be someone's father figure at the head of this. This could be someone's boss at the head of this. This could be a corrupt judge. Or this could be someone who's in the upright. A father figure or a boss or a judge or somebody, official, who is in the upright. Someone who's actually going to do their job. Someone who's actually going to look into things. Sort out truth from lies. Judgment, again. It's judgment. Closing messages, please, for the collective. The Hermit. A Virgo, an investigator, or an investigation. I'm getting investigation. So these individuals have screwed themselves. They're being investigated. This is that energy of all of their things that they thought they were protected, all of their insulated theft, their insulated group of criminals and liars and thieves. They thought that they were protected, but they're not. They're being investigated. They thought what they were doing was in secret. They thought they were hidden. The Hermit, the Seven of Swords, they thought they were doing what they were doing in secret. Or they got away with it for a time. They got away with it. They did things in the dark. They had corrupted individuals. Perhaps they had a corrupted investigator planting evidence or hiding things, destroying evidence, only looking into leads that would lead in a certain direction, tampering with evidence, destroying evidence, leading the investigation down wild goose chases, wasting time and valuable resources of departments, taxpayer money, all that. But it's not lasting any longer. The cycle is coming to a close. The World was one of the first cards out. The injustice is done. The Ace of Swords is up twice now. Judgment still under the bottom. The Hermit, they're being investigated. They might have had some sort of cop or investigator or someone with a badge who was corrupt or who is corrupt, but now they no longer have that, or they can no longer depend on that, or that person is no longer employed by the same, or they are no longer protected, or now they have themselves become wrapped up in a case, okay? They could have lost their housing. The Four of Wands inverted. They could have had some instability in their home life, okay? So they could have had a disruption in a union, okay? They could have had a happy home that they disrupted themselves with their downward spiraling disruptive behavior, being liars and thieves and criminals as they are. It's not very conducive to a happy, stable home, okay? So this speaks to unstable home life or unstable foundations, right? So this could have been a union that came together on the premise of committing crimes. That's not a stable environment. That's not a stable foundation for a union. That will lead to instability. That will eventually erupt and fall away or become unstable and, not be able to support the weight, right? Again, I'm getting that feeling of needing to more evenly distribute the weight. These individuals tried to distribute the weight of the lies and the life of crime that they live by gathering more and more and more people unto them, but then they were involving more and more people in lies. And once things are spread too thin and there's too many moving parts, Rome fell. Rome fell because of the decadence, because they turned in on themselves. Rome fell because they spread too far and too wide, and they had no hope to control all of the lands and all of the peoples that they had hoped to control by assimilating. It was an ingenious idea. It was not the first peoples, but it is the most well documented method of that we have thus far. But just like Rome, they fell. Their foundations are falling away, okay? They could literally be like homeless. They could be finding themselves without stability of even having a roof over their head. Someone could be out on the street at this point, or they could be facing homelessness. This is another thing that goes along with that energy of all of their safety being blown away, all of the clothing, all of the finery, all of the cars, all of the weapons, all of the money, all of the lies, all of the deceit, all of the people who were together, all of it gone. The house that they thought that was so important to them that they're willing to lie, cheat, and steal to get, it's no longer theirs. They don't get to keep it. They don't get to, this is not my beautiful house. This is not my beautiful wife. That's the energy. Someone living outside of their means. Someone pretending like they're an upright a stable member of the community, a pillar of the community, someone pretending like they're a pillar of the community, and the truth coming out, how unjust and unfair this group has been toward not just you collective, but plenty of people. Like I said, they've involved a lot of people in their crimes, and they also have made a lot of enemies. They've made a lot of enemies along the way. You're not the only person that they have attacked. Just because they are predators and they saw you and these other people, their victims, of which you are a survivor, as prey, because they are predators. Even if they're a predator with a badge, they're still a predator. Even if they're a criminal with a badge, they're still a criminal. The badge does nothing but make the sin and the crime more grave. They're under judgment. Thank you so much. Closing messages. 4 of Cups inverted. A missed opportunity. Someone feels that they missed an opportunity. There could be some corrupt investigator who feels that they missed an opportunity to do something unjust to you in your house, like plant evidence or something. What is the world coming to? 8 of Swords. They couldn't trap you, but it's on its side. So it's giving a little bit of inversion, like they can trap you. They tried to trap you. They tried to imprison you. They tried to create false evidence or create a false scenario, or they tried to use your vulnerability against you. They tried to use that which makes you beautiful and strong, such as being a frail human, or such as having a diner and putting your help wanted sign out, right? They thought, oh, this is an easy mark, right? That, you know, so, but these people are facing prison. They're stuck in their head about this now. The Lovers could be a Gemini, could be a couple. Closing messages, please. 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. Someone from the past trying to give you something. This was their plan. Someone was going to try to give you something that was going to get you like caught up, that was going to end up with you in prison somehow. So this could be with the 4 of Cups inverted and the 4 of Wands inverted. This could be someone trying to put something in your cup. So they could have had plans on putting something in your cup that would be like giving you something, putting something in your cup that would lead to some sort of mental instability, or you getting put away in a mental institution, or you being institutionalized, you being caught up or trapped. Or they were trying to trap you with this. They were trying to use corruption, lies, crime, and a group or a syndicate of corrupted criminals. Some of them with badges. Some of them who have positions of honor and power, who abuse those positions. It's an abuse of authority. It's corruption. It's crime. So they wanted for you to be trapped in your head. They wanted for you to be stuck in your head. They wanted for you to not know what to do so that they could come in and, I don't know what, play savior. They thought they were going to be able to come in and give you something, tempt you with something, some little something here in the environment, some bit of evidence. Oh, here, this is what you need. This is, this is the last bit of evidence that you need. This is someone giving somebody something that is, again, like a false evidence, or someone planting evidence, someone putting something in your cup, someone trying to make you have some sort of psychotic break or induce some sort of psychotic episode or something. Someone trying to give you something, possibly even like psychedelics. That's what I'm getting. Someone trying to send you on like a bad trip, and then you would be viewed the way that they wanted you to be viewed because of their lies that they told about you. They wanted to make this a reality through their injustice, through their crime, through their corruption of systems and groups and peoples. They tried to trap you. Four of Wands, they could have intended for you to be homeless. You know, all of these things, they feel that it's a missed opportunity. Six of Cups, someone from your past. Closing messages, please. Closing messages. Here's a card you need to know at this time. Closing messages. King of Swords. Archangel Michael energies, you're protected. King of Swords, this could be someone advocating. This could be someone legal, someone in law. This could be a police officer. This could be an attorney. This could be someone who is channeling the energies of Archangel Michael. This is a protector. This is a truth teller. This could be you. You could be this Queen of Swords, King of Swords. Take it as it resonates. Masculine air sign or feminine air sign. You could be the Gemini who keeps showing up, or the Star, the Aquarius. Ace of Cups on its side, over the Four of Cups inverted. Someone wanted to make you feel a lack of love, or someone wanted for you not to love yourself. Someone didn't want for you to experience love. Someone feels that it's a missed opportunity. The fact that you love yourself. Five of Cups, Ten of Cups. You're actually in the Ten of Cups, but they wanted to bring you to the Five of Cups. Again, this is all manufactured. This is not real. These are illusions. These are trickery. This is deceit and lies. These are lies about you. Lies that you are sad. Lies that you don't have any family. Stuff like that. Okay? Because even if your own family is not supportive of you, even if your own family abandons you or, neglects you or abuses you, and even if your own family is, out here trying to KILL you or whatever this is, you still rose above that. All of your cards that were coming out in the beginning were like, you're a strong individual. They thought they were coming up against a vulnerable, weak individual. I don't know why they mistook your kindness for weakness, but it's because they're not healed. Star inverted. They didn't want for you to have any protection or direction in life. They didn't want for you to be able to heal yourself. They didn't want for you to be able to heal from betrayal trauma. They didn't want for you to be able to heal from, a lack of love shown to you in childhood. They didn't want for you to be able to heal from a lack of love being shown to you in relationships where you deserve love, but they didn't want for you to be shown love. They wanted for your life to be devoid of the love. They didn't want for you to be able to heal from this. This is because of how afraid they are of you. Again, they have to gather together in groups and cover themselves in lies and crime, and they have to do all that just to think they can come up against you and walk in the front door of your diner. But as soon as they walk past that front door, again, all the finery that they're wearing gets blown away. All the lies and the illusions and the deceit gets blown away. And they're left just as bare and naked as the day they were born, right? So this is how you trigger the awakenings in people. Some people, it's much more calm of an experience. Some people walk into your, we'll call it the awakening diner, okay? Some people walk into your awakening diner and they're greeted with the smell of delicious breakfast cooking on the grill, and they're like, that makes me kind of hungry. I think I'll sit down and, maybe enjoy myself a little while, okay? And then others, they come in there with intentions on robbing you. So of course, they're going to experience terrible things because they're unhealed. The star inverted. These are the actions and the wants of the unhealed. The Four of Swords, mentally unstable individuals. These are unhealed individuals. What it is they are, they wanted to project onto you. They wanted to tell lies, and they wanted it to stick to you. They wanted to pretend like your life is their life, and like their life is your life, but it's not. Queen of Swords, you're the Queen of Swords. Ace of Swords twice, Queen of Swords twice. The messaging is just repeating itself now, so I'll leave it here. But closing messages are, lies are not going to work because you're too smart for that. You're not going to believe a lie. You're not going to entertain liars. And people are not going to take advantage of your sweet nature because you're more than just a sweet-natured individual. You're the Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords. You're the Queen of Cups, Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords again. So they should learn to come correct or not come at all. Because you didn't send for them. They came for you. Until next time. Bye.